Thanks for joining the Golf Underground. Now, the Golf Underground is made possible by Mariner Wealth, helping you navigate your financial future. Star Companies KC. Experience a more energy efficient and comfortable home with Star's insulation services. Cowell Insurance, providing brokerage and risk management services for over 25 years. Sana Orthopedics, care plans backed by research and clinical results, tailored perfectly to individuals' needs. By The Flats KC, Kansas City's coolest apartment experience. Check them out at theflatskc.com. Bobsite Ford and Bobsite Independence Kia, where you'll score a double eagle on your next car or truck. Sheridan's Unforked, eating good and feeling good. Lewisburg Ford, nobody sells more F-150s than Lewisburg Ford. And Celebrity Greens, put a custom PGA caliber putting green in your backyard for the ultimate golf experience. Now, on to the program.
ESPN Kansas City presents Golf Underground with Kevin Ward and Brian Sullivan.
Hey, welcome to Golf Underground, ESPN Radio. Here we got a fun day. Back in the vault. It's been a few weeks.
Fired up.
We came in, I believe it was Friday, and we were a little enthused for the weekend, and we couldn't get any of our technology to work. But today, because we have an all-star guest, we worked hard at this, didn't we?
Absolutely. We got it dialed, got here early, and we're ready to go.
Yeah, I'm excited. We got two special guests today.
Yeah, we do.
I want to introduce you, the man to the right.
Well, when you think Kansas City golf right now, Ronnie Chan, clearly super philanthropic in the city. He actually helped bring the Korn Ferry event to his home club of Blue Hills, and has a great relationship with Kiradech. So thanks for mending the gap here.
Thank you very much for having me on here.
Are you a little nervous?
That was really formal.
Just a little bit. So I'm here for more support. I'm here for armed support. So.
Well, listen, we got a great show today. We got Kiradech Aphibarnrat, who's one of the great fun personalities on tour. You know, we talk a lot on this show. Certainly when George is here, because we talk a lot about attitude and enthusiasm. And then, you know, a lot of the guests that we've had on, like. Maybe it was, who was the girl from Golf Channel who said, you know, the problem with golfers, PGA,
Lisa.
We got to get away from the stodgy, the stiff, right? You know, where the guys sitting there smoking jackets and drink their martinis. You need the regular guys out there, right? And would you know, a guy named Kiradech comes rolling around from Thailand. He's not like, you know, you're no Tom Watson, Kiradech. I don't mean to say that. Meaning you're not a stiff. You're kind of fun. So thanks for adding a little sauce to the game, my friend.
I just want to be myself in the golf course. That's all I need to do. Just want to enjoy the fan golf course. And, you know, I just doing everything that I like, that I love. So why not? I'm just going to love every single minute I spend in my job.
All right, so have you always been a fun guy? Take us back to Thailand, because you know you're a rare bird on tour, right? I mean, you've been all around the world. You've won tournaments in a whole bunch of places. You find yourself in Orlando, Florida. Take us back to growing up. How does a kid living in Thailand decide that I'm going to be one of the best golfers in the history of Thailand?
Well, I started playing golf from 8 years old. I like funny guys, a lot of friends around. That doesn't love school, to be honest. Enjoying playing sport with friends, hang out. Start playing golf at 8 years old, following my dad to the range, hitting balls. Well, I'm not really interested in golf at the first point, because I think soccer, table tennis, or basketball is more fun, because with the kid, you run around the court, but golf is just a little bit boring. You stay on the mat, you know. But then one thing my dad's saying, if I playing golf with him, he's gonna help me, or someone helping me to do the homework, which is, I think, that's fair enough. Just gonna go there, hit some ball, and then I don't have to do my own homework. So I'm gonna enjoy my games later on. Then I grabbed the club and hit the balls twice. I missed it, to be honest. I missed the ball, and I was thinking, you know, you playing soccer, the ball was, you know, flying around. You still can kick, you still can, can hit, but the golf is a little bit different. The ball just sitting in front of you, but you keep missing it. I mean, everyone's going to get the same thing. You're not going to hit the ball in the first two shots. Especially when you're on the range, you're seeing a lot of people been hitting like miles. You want to hit it far, you want to hit it hard, and you miss the ball. That is normal. And then I seeing that this game was a little bit interesting, so I'm trying to beat myself to hitting the balls. But then maybe like 30 minutes or hour later, I was hitting the balls. But then it's more challenging. It's like they have a 30-yard green, 50-yard green, 70-yard greens. So I want to beat it. So I want to hit it on the greens day after day after day. So I'm enjoying this game. And the good things that time is I don't really have to go to school much. So that's all I'm enjoying. And then one day I was in the golf event, the junior golf event. I seen the kid was running around. It's not that boring. On the range, it's all the office guy, old man was hitting balls, drinking beer, having dinner. It's just not the place that I'm supposed to stay in. But one day I played the junior golf. So I meet a lot of friends there. A lot of kids was running around, and I start to enjoy it. That's the way I start this career. And stay in Thailand until I was like 15. I played the national teams until 18. One day I get the phone call from one of the top amateur golf in that time. They were studying in US in the college. They really want me to join them, but I was like, I don't like to, learning school, college golf. Play on tour. But then he said to me that if I live in Thailand, I'm never going to be a good golfer. And I was like, maybe not, because I was born here. I was start playing golf here. And then I win a lot of junior event by staying in Thailand. Then I'm trying to just, prove them that you can be good anywhere if you, stay patient, if you put everything in there. So yeah, and then one day I'll turning pro and win in Asian Tour, playing European Tour, win in European Tour, and move over to playing US. I know it's not easy. It's one of the biggest tour in the world and all the great players around. I try to prove myself. I got a hard time, a little bit struggling in the last few years, but overall, I'm not far off, and I still, enjoying with what I'm doing right now.
So in other words, I should have had my dad do all my homework. That's where I missed out.
Yeah, I think you did that. That's the reason.
And in college, I think Ronnie told you I was roommates with Gary Woodland. I did all of his homework. So the reason why he's in the top 60 in the world or 80 in the world.
That's why he win the major. You see, that's the thing. We don't like to do homework. We just want to hit balls.
Hey, when you see Gary next time, ask him if he can tie your tie. So he was the best man at my wedding, and he couldn't tie his own necktie. And so he goes, look, guys, I only play golf. All I know how to do is play golf. So there you go. You got some dirt on him.
You got my word. I'll see him on a putting green next time. I pass him the tie and make sure he can tie it.
All right, so you got to play a lot because you weren't going to school because you hated teaching.
Well, yeah, a lot. I don't hate the teacher. I just don't like to pay attention in the room. It just, I don't know, it's a small room. I want to be open up in the golf course and the green grass.
All right, now you got your first check. All right, so you started winning these tournaments. You got your first check. Tell the folks. All right, so how much was your first check worth?
Well, before the first check, I have to say, I was driving with my dad to the range. And on the way back to the house, they got a one car dealer next, like halfway on the way home. And I was telling my dad that I really want this Mercedes Benz so bad. But my dad's saying, you're not even making a first check, I was telling
you haven't made money yet?
I haven't playing yet. But I telling my dad, I really confident I'm gonna make a lot of cash. Well, when you was 18 and you work, it's a lot of fire in yourself. And my dad was driving to that car dealer, and we put the money down for the car, maybe like $500 for a 150,000 car. And I was like, okay, I got to go. I have to make 150,000 in next 3 months. And as soon as I go back to the house, I leave my what's that car reserve on the table. My mom was shocked. Was like, no, you can't do that. But I just telling her that it's just like pushing me. I have to work hard. I have to playing well. Yeah, but then finally I got it. That's the reason that in that 3 months I play every single week, 12 weeks in a row. I never have any week off. I think from that point, it's turning me to enjoying playing every week. So I believe that I'm one of the golfer that playing consecutive golf, the most consecutive golf on the tour. I've been playing 16 weeks in a row before, 22 weeks in a row before, which is not normally a tour golfer would do it.
Right.
With the travel.
I was on.
Right. All right. So how long after you put down that $500 or whatever it was, you made enough money to go back and say, I get the keys to the Mercedes?
It's about 3 months.
That's not bad. Hey, listen, would you do me a favor?
Yeah.
All right, so I've got a son. He's 22 years old. He just got his first job. He's been living out of my basement. He's been driving in a 2002 Cadillac Escalade that has 243,000 miles on it. And I convinced him, because he just got his first $15,000 check, that he should probably get a new car. Should he go for the big-ass Mercedes, do it upright, show it off because it may push him like it pushed you? Or do we start him off maybe with a Subaru, a Nissan, a Hyundai?
Depends on the people. I'm like a hungry people, I just want to set up the goal high, and I have to do it. I have to get something to force me. So I just can't, I don't feel that happy what I have right now. I'm trying to, buying something or buying the land, buy the property in Thailand. That means I know that I have the goal to work. I can't give up. I can't back off. It's the pressure. I just love to staying in the pressure. So that kind of really pushing myself. I'm not the kind that, just relax, enjoying what I have right now. And every time I feel I've been working so hard, enjoy it, I feel that I, step off of my job a little bit, feel relaxed, not playing well. I was like, okay, it's okay. I'm just gonna keep playing, but it's not work for me. So then every time I put the pressure to myself, it forced me to go, okay, we have to go work, wake up in the morning, go to the range, work every part of the game that's weak, because I have my goal. I have my target.
So is it a financial target? How much money you want to make, or how many tournaments you want to win?
It's about how many tournaments I want to win.
Nice. Do you have a goal going into this season?
Yeah. Well, right now I, secure my European Tour card, got my PGA Tour card back. Even it's not the good status, but at least I still have a chance. So 3 more events before I go back to Thailand, end of the years. I was thinking one of the top 5, get the momentum back, get the confidence back. But the way I'm playing the last 3 months, I really like the way I swing the ball.
Can you tell the listener how hard it is to play both the European Tour and the PGA Tour with the travel requirements?
Well, in the travel requirement, I not really feel that's difficult because I've been traveling around the world from Asia, Japan, Europe, and US. I think I would say I get used to it. Not the travel at all. It just depends on the field, on the player, on the PGA Tour field. Well, like everyone knows that the PGA Tour was one of the biggest tour in the world, and a lot of tough players, strong player. Every year you got at least 5 to 10 college player coming in. They're coming out hungry and strong. the golf course more difficult compared to European Tour. The field is a little bit stronger than the European Tour. The standard of the tour is stronger. It's no doubt why PGA everyone want to be in PGA Tour. And I'm just coming from Asia and small country in Asia. I just proved myself that I'm trying to be a part of the PGA Tour. One day I do it, but then I must try to win on the tour. It's somehow 5 years back I would say it's impossible, but right now I got a chance, which is it makeable. I changed my head a little bit, that really thinking that we can do it. From before that, I just think it's impossible to win on the tour because we have no chance to play against these top players. And I've been fighting hard in the last 3 years. Just want to show all the new generation back home that we still can fight, we still can play against the top players. It's been a dream, in Asia, to play on the PGA Tour, to play with all your heroes, like play with Tiger, Phil Mickelson, like all of that player. It's just a dream, and then 10 years later, you playing the same tours and I'm playing the same group with Phil a couple of times. It's like the dream come true, but to make the new generation walk exactly the same way that I does, it's have to win on the tour. That was I'm keep thinking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the word on the street is that you'd love to meet Tiger Woods. So let's assume I'm Tiger Woods. I show up at the first tee box. We're at Augusta. Maybe I come up to you in the parking lot and I say, you know what? I'd like to play with you today. It's Tuesday. Would you hit some balls around with me? And we show up. What's the first thing out of your mouth?
What are you going to say to me?
I'm Tiger Woods.
I don't know what to say. I have chance to meet him in person. I just can't say it out. I have a lot of things to say to him. You see my reaction in Bay Hill like 3 years ago, that I let him sign my voicer, and then I wear it the whole week. I'm not be afraid that a player will say, "Oh, you sign, you get some player to player sign, and then you wear." I'm not afraid to that. He's just one of the best heroes in Asia. Well, I started playing golf like 99, 98, 99, which is when Tiger was flyer. So no one ignore him, to be honest. No one ignore him. So when you have chance to meet him in person, I can't say anything. I was like stunned there. And
so you did it already. So you already had a conversation with him?
Yeah, I have conversation with him before. Yeah. He been talked to me a couple times. He pronounced my last name perfect.
Aphibarnrat.
He know me before.
So he's following you. Well, with his mom being half Thai, he had to be a little excited, right? I mean, to some extent, he represented Thailand as well.
Yeah. I was keeping that in my top of my head all the times. So we have a little bit the same. Is he half Thai, and I was like Thai as well. But I can't imagine when I have chance to tee up with him in the golf event. It might be one of the best round, or might be one of the worst round in my life. You know what I mean?
What'd you shoot?
If I have chance to play with him, I don't know what the result, but I don't care end of the day what the result is gonna be. But to play with him, to see him every step that he walked to the ball, every move that he did doing in that 18 hole, we spent 5 hours in the golf course. I love to do it one day.
Would you talk to? Would you be quiet? Well, so let's say we're walking down that first tee box, and it's almost like dating a girl in Bangkok, right? I mean, do I go up to her? Do I lay back? What's your approach?
I might talk to him before the tee, but I know every player have his routine to play this game. So I'm not gonna disturb him. I'm just gonna play my game, but I just can't guarantee that I can't lift my eye. I will keep my eye on him.
Yeah.
I might lose my concentrate I believe I'm gonna lose concentrate for sure, but I'm not gonna walk and talk to him the whole day. I believe that his security will kicking my ass out of the golf course, maybe.
Hey, well, listen, if you have a tee time set up, we'd love to have you come to Kansas City. I'll play the role of Tiger, okay? We'll practice it, right? And then I'll coach you through it. You know, hey, you talk too much on 3, right? And I'll pull you back a little bit, right? I'll say, you know what, I feel a little weird. You've been gazing at me all day. I'm a little uncomfortable. But I think that'll help you going into the real event. Do you?
Yeah, I love to do it. I'd be love to sitting on that couch with you after the round.
It's a great place for a little post-round adult beverage.
All right, listen, I got it. Is Thailand that amazing of a country? And the reason I say this is my father was age 65, living in Florida, not too far from Orlando where you're living. And I called him one day, and there was a lot of noise in the background, and it was New Year's Day or New Year's Eve, the 31st of December at noon, and it's very loud on his phone. I said, "Dad, where are you?" He said, "I just moved to Bangkok, Thailand." I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "I am dating this beautiful 27-year-old girl. Here, I want you to talk to her." Puts her on the phone. She doesn't know any English. She goes, "Happy New Year, Brian." And that's all she knew. And he takes the phone back and says, "Isn't she wonderful?" He spent 7 years in goddamn Bangkok, Thailand with that girl in your wonderful country.
And never invited you.
I did not want to see any of that.
Well, we got our Thailand people were so kind. The first thing.
That's what he said.
Good food, nice people, cheap country. I mean, cheap to spend life. And I don't know. I just think if you if you take vacation in Thailand with the whole families, a lot of nice island that you're supposed to go. But if you're single, you want to be in the town. Yeah. Now, but I would say it's a good country to go. To be honest, really good country to go, and you'll love it. You might want to move there, but depends if you have families. You want to move there, whole families. You want to be somewhere outside of Bangkok. Or if you go there by yourself, you might not want to come back.
That's what happened to him. Hey, remember the big? Of course you do. The tsunami down in Phuket.
Yeah.
He was on an airplane from Bangkok, about to land in Phuket, and the plane turned around and went back to Bangkok. And of course, the rest is history, right? But it's beautiful down there. He said that part of the country is just gorgeous.
Right now is really beautiful. After the tsunami, I would say after 2 years after tsunami, everything was, get on the position that's supposed to be setting down, and it looked like it's much nicer than before.
Oh, I bet. Well, good. So would you rather be there or Orlando?
Oh, 100% would rather be there.
Really? Hey, gotta go to work. Gotta go to work, right?
Gotta go to work. Well, before we take a commercial break, I'm going to pick a little. So my best friend at traveling mini tours growing up was James Nitties, who I watched. I woke up in the middle of the night one night, and you guys were playing in the, I think it was the finals of the ISPS, the Super Six, where it was you went match play. Talk through that tournament and that match.
James, I don't really know him that much before the match start, but we're not spending a lot of time together. It's only 6 holes. He kind of be really nice guys.
Yeah.
Even we playing match play in the finals, but we have chance to have a chat. He seems to be really, really kind, really nice. He want to be one day on the tour. And I was telling him that it won't be long. The way he really stick what he doing, he work hard. I would say his golf swing is not the best.
It looks like a wet octopus falling out of a tree.
Yeah, I'm not saying like a upper model like me. I'm not the best golf swing like him, same as him. But he working hard. That was he tried to achieve that. He working hard, and I really thinking he's be on the tour one day, and he'll be winning on the tour one day.
Yeah, He's a great guy, good athlete, good worker, and good dude.
I mean, I can tell the way he working, the altitude that he put in, the effort that he put in. He keep fighting. He put a lot of pressure to me. Even it's 6 holes. I mean, to win the golf event is everything. You got to be playing good. You got to get a good luck, get some good kicks, hold some putt, and just making the job done. He's getting really close to win that event. Got me on the first hole, but I mean, you're not surprised if you see him win on the European Tour very soon.
Yeah.
The 6-hole match, that's a short match. You better get up early.
Yeah. Well, some point I just thinking he got me.
Exactly.
He got me on the first hole. He hold a long putt on the second hole to tie the hole. Still 1 up. He out of the position on the first drive, chip out in the rough. But he still fight hard, get a great chip inside, 3 feet, which is almost an impossible chip. He really forced me to making 2 putt from 30 feet. I know it's not that difficult, but in that point, it's not easy to make 2 putt from difficult line, a lot of break, tough green. You know that in Australia was really slopey. So he really forced me to do the best shot, every shot that I played the last few holes.
That's awesome.
Isn't that amazing? He remembers that match. That's been like 4 years.
You got a memory, my friend.
I'm good in the golf course, but not in the room, not in school.
All right, we're going to take a short commercial break. We're with Kiradech, Aphibarnrat. I want to learn a little bit about your selfish habits. We're not going to spend a lot of time on all the shoes and watches, but we'd be remiss if we didn't tell you, because it goes back to the story. You push yourself. Well, you're pushing yourself a lot because you're like Imelda Marcos with thousands of sneakers, right? Watches. So let's learn about the fun side of my man Kiradech. So come on back. You're on the Golf Underground, ESPN Radio. Hey, Brian Sullivan here, and I've got a tip for you. You've got to head to Unforked. It's an amazing restaurant. What I like about these guys is they promise to buy and support seasonal, local ingredients first. And I love the fact that they source from smaller, family, GAP certified, or organic farms, prime-going regions, artisan producers. All I'm getting at is, if you like fresh stuff, Unforked is the place to be. And like they say it, fork or no fork, you can be sure you're getting the highest quality, socially responsible ingredients possible. And not to mention, it's delicious. So whether you're out south or downtown, stop by Unforked for a delicious and healthy meal. Sheridan's Unforked. Honest, clean food.
Cowell Insurance Services is your leading program administrator for workers' compensation. They're dedicated to meeting the unique challenges of the insurance industry and assisting employers in reducing their costs. CIS has provided insurance claim and loss control services to various industries, including trucking, construction, retail convenience stores, and healthcare, as well as public entities for over 30 years. They work with both retail agents and industry clients, or a combination of the two. If you're tired of fighting the rising costs of premiums and claims, give Cowell Insurance Services a call. Their dedicated staff is ready to find you the best insurance option at the most competitive price. They can help to define or enhance your safety program in order to move you in the right direction in reducing your claim and premium costs. Contact Cowell Insurance Services today, 816-214-4070.
Hey, Brian Sullivan from the Golf Underground here with a little good news. And that good news is that even double-digit handicappers like me can occasionally make a double eagle. All right, maybe not on a golf course, but even guys like me can score when buying a new car or truck. I'm talking about 2 stores, 2 brothers, and 4 generations, treating customers just like family. I'm talking about our buddies at Bob Sight Ford and Bob Sight Independence Kia. With these guys, you'll always score 2 under, with double the inventory and double the customer satisfaction. That's the Bob Sight Double Eagle. Now, Bob Sight offers a wide selection of vehicles and promise to make the car buying process as quick and as hassle-free as possible. Now, whether you have poor credit, no credit, or maybe a first-time car buyer, you can trust Bob Sight Ford. And Bob Sight Independence Kia will get you into the car or truck you choose with professionalism and attention to your needs. So go visit our buddies at bobsight.com, but only if you're looking for a vehicle that makes you feel like a U.S. Open champion. Hey, welcome back. Golf Underground ESPN Radio here. We're with our boy Ronnie, Wardo, Sully, and Kiradech, the man in red / pink salmon up there in the corner. And so, Kiradech, thanks for joining us, buddy.
Oh, I love to do this.
Last segment talking about how you brought a little fun to the game. You know, you're let's be honest, you don't have the body of Adam Scott, right?
Screw Adam Scott.
You know, and so some might have even called you the Thai John Daly. Well, you've heard that before. Is that a good comparison? Do you like that comparison, or are you like, come on, man, I'm fit? You're like our boy Harry Higgs, who embraces his fluff.
I don't know. What I'm remember last time I remember I was wearing the 36 inches vest on the tower already, so I was like 80 kilos. Last time I remember, I'm on the, I'm checking the weight was 80 kilos. So I'm not really interesting to go, wearing a medium shirt and 32 vest. I'm not that kind of person. I'm really happy what I'm having right now. I'm enjoying life. I just start to work out in the last few years. Before, in top of my head, I was saying, okay, some of the players said he spent 3 hours in the golf course, 3 hours in the gym. And I always said, if I spend 6 hours in the gym, I should be better than in golf, better than you, because I spend more time. But at the end, we need to work out to get the strength, not, I don't want to be really muscle, six pack, it's going to be weird, especially my wife not going to remember me if I walk back to the house and then I lose 50 kilos. It's not suiting me.
Well, you could make the argument that if you lose weight, I mean, there's players that have lost weight over the years. There's purposely trimmed down and they've gotten worse. Obviously Bryson's body, he's gained weight. So, I mean, you can make the argument that as well. I mean, for crying out loud, when we called you the other night to see if you'd do on the show, it looked like you were in the gym to me. Was that true?
Well, I'm trying to. It was true, but I'm trying to. I'm not really like a gym guy, but I'm not really enjoy it, to be honest. But I'm trying to. I'm saw a lot of players been working hard in gyms.
Would you rather sit through a math class back in the 7th grade in Thailand or spend 4 hours in the gym?
That's difficult question. I'd rather be. Damn, that's difficult. I'll be in the gym. I know it's.
Hey, you and I think a lot alike. I hate them both, really.
Yeah, right.
You know what? Let's be honest. You know what? Not only this, the one quality you do have is you like to hit balls in practice. So I don't like the gym. I never liked class, and I don't go to the driving range. But you know what? It pays off. Because that's why I am a 12 handicap. And, you get what you work for, isn't it true?
Yeah, well, actually, that what you like. The good thing is you do what you like.
Yeah. I like a nice cocktail. Hey, do you ever have a cocktail on the course when you're just playing with your buddies? Your old posse? Not when you're playing on tour, but, when you're going out with your buddies. Because I know you like to vape. And I'm a big nicotine fan myself.
Right?
Not much at all. I'm not like drinking. I mean, I have some when, most of the party or some celebration, but not when I playing golf with friends and not when I'm staying home and, let's drink. No, I'm not that kind of, not that kind of guy.
You're just going to let the clubs do the talking, huh? Even when it's just a fun round.
Well, listen, give that to Ronnie. Now, so Kiradech, we went to Wardo got married about, is it a month now?
It's been a month.
He's been
31 days.
He's been married for a month
31.
now. And so Ronnie and I were paired up in the same foursome with our buddy Pete. So I went up to this Pete guy who went to this University of Kansas where Wardo went, and he said, "What's your handicap?" And I proudly said, "I'm a 12." I said, "What's your handicap?" He said, +5. And of course, I shit my pants. I said, "I'm going to embarrass myself. It's like you playing with baby Tiger." And so I look at my opponent. It's Ronnie Chan, Michael Sinks. And we placed the bet down. Guess who won?
You guys won?
So
Not this
not
one.
me.
So, I mean, you went into it thinking 12 handicap, you
Yeah.
probably had a chance of beating me.
He had a lot of strokes you had to give away, so
Well, I think somehow you have to fight when you're back against the wall. So that's why you guys won.
Ronnie, what'd you shoot that day?
might have been 3 digits, but no. I don't remember what it's now.
You were good. We had fun. But
Yeah.
my point is we did drink that day, and we were unapologetic about it.
Yeah, we had a good time.
I can't do it. I mean, if you let me drink like 2 cans of beer, maybe 2 or 3 beer in that 18 holes,
Yeah.
you guys can beat me easily. I give you a trick that I never tell anyone, but you'll be beating me easily.
So a lot of our buddies, they'll take Ronnie on trips, and the first day they'll make Ronnie drink wine, stay up late, and then they'll just up the bet the second day because this guy is terrible hungover. Terrible hungover.
Hey, let me ask you. Right, take that. So how did you and Kiradech meet?
Actually, when was that? That was, I think, at the Masters. I think it was in 2017. So my brother lives and all of my family live in Tucson, and so Arm. So Kiradech's nickname we call him is Arm. So Arm was coming through, and it was at the was it Accenture match play?
Yeah, right.
In Tucson.
Brother, maybe six years back in Tucson in the World Golf Match Play.
And so Arm was up and coming Thai golfer coming to the United States, not knowing a lot of people. Of course, my brother and my sister-in-law and my dad, they're all very open to inviting Thai people. Went up to Arm and just started talking. And next thing, I think he came over for dinner, wasn't it, Arm? I think. I think
we are in his house after the Friday.
Yeah. And so,
That's awesome.
So after that, I think that, they kept in touch, and Arm was extremely gracious and invited us to the Masters whenever he got into the Masters that year. And since then we've had the opportunity to go on tour. We were at Belle Reve at the PGA. We did,
There's many events. Yeah, but we there in Master 2 or 3 times. Should be 3 times.
3 times.
Did you go?
I did. I was there with
All
them.
these closet Masters
So-
trips with no one else, of
Well,
course.
So it was awesome. It was best experience. I mean, just to be there in person with, the most recent one was 2019. Whenever Tiger won in 2019, we were sitting at the parking lot because they went tee times on both sides, and I remember it was a thing where we were all whenever you travel with Arm, we all got up and were ready to go, and it was it was pitch black, and he's out there hitting balls, and it was pretty cool. It was.
I think I'm talking to Lonnie that we're supposed to drive back to the course to celebrate with him after he win the green. I'm like, Lonnie, do we make it? I mean, he's showing up there, but at the end we was give up. We know that we can't get to him.
Yeah.
A bunch of people been celebration with him. I want to be there, but
There was a big storm. There was a big thunderstorm that was coming through because we were trying to get out as soon.
That's why we leave the golf course early.
So
Well, and we talked about this. We had Gary Woodland on the day after that.
Yeah.
That deal, and I asked him the question: were you aware of what was happening when Tiger was leading, right, or making his charge at the end? He said, "Oh yeah." He said, "All of us were totally aware," and I said, were you rooting for him? Right? Do players actually, you got your golf game, but can you take time away and say, look at the leaderboard, the legend is doing it again, right? I mean, because you're playing both roles. How do you battle that?
It's exactly the same thing. Everyone was getting excited, nervous, can't lift the eye on inside the golf course, you can't lift the eye on the scoreboard. Normally, not the good altitude that you're gonna do. You want to play your own games. You don't want to play attention on the leaderboard. You want to play everything in front of you. But when Tiger was up there, everyone was nodding their head, keeping the eye on the scoreboard and what Tiger does, that he's going to win it again. especially he proved that he'd been away from the golf course for so long. No one recognized that he gonna come back and play this game, but he proved that he winning major again. And it's one of the greatest thing that I play in the Master. I have chance to play the same year, exactly the same year that Tiger was winning again. Well, even not many chance to play with him.
But yeah. Well, we got to get you back in the Masters, right? You got to win your first tournament.
You know, one of the funny things, I think I played 2004, no, not 14, 2019, 18 or something, that the first time that he back on the course again, I played same event with him, exactly the same tee time, but the opposite size.
Oh,
And then after the round, he was working on the range with his swing coach and was working on the range, but another side of the range. Everyone was keep the eye on him, like really keep the eye on him. I was taking off my shirt. I was telling my caddy that if I'm taking off my shirt, no one was seeing me at all. Because like, let's say 1,000 people around the range, 2,000 eyes keeping eye on Tiger. You know, no one's gonna see me that I, hit the ball like naked. I was taking off my shirt. My caddy was like, "What you doing?" I'm just gonna prove that no one's seeing me.
That's
so
True. No
Yeah,
one's seeing me at all.
You know, I got suspended from a private golf club for 6 months doing that. And I understand they're pretty stiff at Augusta.
So Kiradech, talk to us about how you got the nickname Arm. How'd you get the nickname Arm?
Everyone have a nickname. So my mom called me Arm when I'm born. So and we stick with that. Ricky, Baba, most of the people that I've been playing when I play together in Thailand, the Thailand Golf Championship, they know that everyone was calling me Arm around the golf course, Arm, and they all call me Arm right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's easy.
Well, we call Ronnie. Do we need to shorten up his last name from Chan to something shorter?
It's longer than Shane.
I know.
We've already shortened it up already. So.
All right, so we talked a little bit about Orlando. Now you're back here in Florida, and my father told me that family in Thailand is the most important thing, right? It's a very close-knit, and he said the people were just beautiful. Is it tough to have, is it just you and your wife right now in Orlando, and then your whole crew back there? Is it hard being away? Can you still play your best golf when your heart may still be back at home?
I've been spend time with families. So in the last whole life, in my whole life, spend my time with families. When I moved here to Orlando, I spent time with my wife. Last 2 years, I've been struggling on my games. I'm just feel lonely. I want to go back home, but because the COVID just make everything difficult, I have to do 14-day quarantine over in Thailand, and I had not have enough time to go, home for a month or 2 months. My mom just flew in see me in last 3 months, and I really enjoy my life again. Feel like it more like it's not feeling lonely when I meeting my families. I eat my own food. My mom was cooking. It feel like enjoy life again, recharging. But yeah, I still prefer to have time, spend time with families.
Yeah, no doubt. But you got to go. You got work to do, right? You can do that in 20. You can do that in 25 years, maybe, after you win a few Masters. There's no. They're not going anywhere. So take us back a little bit. So you got your family, but no doubt you had a bunch of buddies, little friends back in the day who used to go to your double-decker driving range and smack them around. Do you still have your best buds back there?
Yeah, you mean back in Thailand, right?
Yeah, are they like your little posse? They kind of run around.
Everyone was there. Same old times, but I was planning to go back to Thailand at end of this year. Everyone was getting excited, getting nervous, ready to get run again. You know, spend time on the range, hitting some balls, playing some golf, have some dinner, drive the car around.
Drive the car or the cars?
Car.
Yeah, many.
Yeah, the cars. Yeah. So that's what I'm really looking forward to it. I just want to enjoy everything that I've been working hard and you know, and all the friends behind, all the teams behind, really pushing me.
So speaking of cars, do most of your cars reside in Thailand, or are they in Orlando, or do you split them down the middle?
It's all in Thailand.
Okay.
A lot of good thing about car that I've been talking with one of the biggest car collector in Orlando is Ian Porter.
Yeah.
He have a bunch of car and all of his cars were special. But he was saying if you want to buy a car, it's supposed to be here because it's way cheaper than your country. I agree. I 100% agree. Totally agree with him. Let's say I bought my F12. Back home was like 1.2 million US. Over here, it's just about 400,000, 500,000. It's triple time more expensive. But you know the worst thing in here, even you have 1,000 horsepower under that hood, the speed limit was 65. It's no point that you're gonna got like V12 car, powerful. You drive 60, you know, and sometimes Tesla getting past you. I don't say Tesla is not a good car, but electric car can passing you over here, and everyone would max at 65. That's by law. But if you're in Thailand, I know it's not right, but you can hit 200 miles in Thailand.
Oh.
Amazing. So no speed limits, basically.
You still got your driving license when you can drive 200 miles. That's a good thing in my country.
That's amazing. So if you were to
Airport, you drive 200 miles in the public road, but it's got the law. But somehow we do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So if you were going to move one car over here to the States, which car would it be?
I would say my Nissan GTR. I have it upgrade up to 1,200 horsepower. I'm gonna have the real race with Pat Perez, which is his car was like 1,200 horsepower as well. So maybe we have a good range, good riding, and we enjoy it. Fit 2 golf bags and everyday car.
Amazing.
All right, a question. Your brother's a big pop star. Is that true?
Most of the music that I've been paying attention is all Thai. You guys not gonna understand it.
Ronnie will.
He's a good singer.
We're open to it. I mean, are you a singer? Can you sing in any way?
I mean,
I can.
Can you give us just one little verse of your favorite Thai pop song? and then what we're going to do, we're going to pull it up on YouTube, and then we're going to compare it. We're going to like superimpose it, and just, all right. So I'll start. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and ladies and gentlemen, Kiradech. I can't do it right now.
If you go back to seeing that year, that area and Moria was visit me in the master in the car. We were singing all the way from the house to the golf course.
so that's what you're playing. And do you put the earbuds in?
Sometimes.
And you're playing so many old Thai tunes, huh?
Yeah, sometimes.
All right. See, I'm trying to become a little bit more worldly like my father. I'm just hoping it doesn't lead me to leaving my wife and hooking up with a young Thai woman.
Right?
I don't recommend that, but
right. Hey, but back in high school, because I'm a little older than everyone in this room, there was a song called One Night in Bangkok that was very popular here in the States. Did you ever hear One Night in Bangkok?
No, I don't think so. I'm not a big fan of like Western songs. I'm not really good at it. I'm not really understand what they're saying.
So if you don't like One Night in Bangkok, you probably hate country music.
Maybe I'll keep my eye on it.
All right. We're gonna take one short commercial break. When we come back, Wardo is going to
rapid fire questions.
A little rapid fire questions, and then we're going to send you on your way because you're either going to the short game area today, right? Yep. Or the gym. I think you should go to the short game area. Screw working out. So come on back. We're having a great time on Golf Underground, ESPN Radio.
Looking for KC's best and coolest apartment experience? We have it, and it's called The Flats KC. The Flats KC is committed to providing an exemplary living experience by offering the best in-class residential communities in the most sought-after neighborhoods in Kansas City. With a focus on meticulous restoration and renovations of vintage properties, we aim to take the beauty of vintage and seamlessly unite it with modern touches. If you love urban living and are in the market for a freshly renovated apartment, The Flats Kansas City has options to fit every price range. Check us out at theflatskc.com or give us a call today at 816-454-3118.
Hey, Brian Sullivan of Golf Underground with my favorite orthopedic surgeon, Dr. Kevin Whitty from Sano Orthopedics. Hey, Doc, golf season's over. My back is killing me. I know it's football season, so you get a lot of kids coming in, blown ACLs, all sorts of body parts with problems. And then, of course, those baseball players. I know you fix a lot of elbows. Why is Sano Orthopedics the absolute best sports medicine orthopedic group in Kansas City?
Well, if you want to see the guys in town have had the best orthopedic fellowship training in sports medicine, including training with Dr. James Andrews and Dr. Larry Lemack, come see us. We individualize patients' plans to get them back to that activity and that sport that they love, and we actually care and listen to our patients and follow up with them and make sure that they're getting the results they need.
Okay, and so the three things that separate you: number one, best training; number two, you specialize in getting people on that field; number three, you're actually listen. Where can I learn more? Because you got me all in, and I don't really want to get fixed, but it's time.
At SanoOrthopedics.com, 816-525-2840.
Hi, this is George Brett, Hall of Fame baseball player, and I've been playing golf for over 35 years. Hitting the ball far was never my problem, but the closer I got to the greens, that's when my problems began. When I wanted a golf practice area in my backyard, I called Celebrity Greens. They are the industry leader in custom-built synthetic golf greens. These championship caliber, low-maintenance greens roll great, react like real bent grass, and hold chip shots that check and spin. I absolutely love mine, not only in Kansas City, but also in Arizona. Call the pros at Celebrity Greens at 1-888-507-7960 or visit them online at celebritygreens.com. Practice like the pros, or people like me that want to be pros, right in your own backyard.
Hey, Brian Sullivan, Golf Underground, with a little tip for you. If you're looking to buy a new Ford, you have to check out my buddy, Jason Gudenkoff at Lewisburg Ford. They've been saving Midwest Ford buyers thousands of bucks for over 40 years because they do business the right way. They sell everything, check this out, for $50 over invoice. That's simple and cheap. And they win a lot of awards. In fact, they won Ford's President's Award 17 times. That's the top Ford award. And they only give it to dealers with superior customer satisfaction in sales and service. So they know how to take care of customers better than anybody. Now, what these guys know how to do also, keep this in mind, sell trucks. Lewisburg Ford has sold more F-150s than any other Ford dealership in greater Kansas City. That's 2 years running. And last year, they were the number one F-150 sales leader in the entire state of Kansas. So, no hassle. $50 over invoice pricing, unparalleled customer satisfaction, and a huge selection. That's a perfect recipe for selling trucks. So, check out all their inventory and prices online at lewisburgford.com or give them a call at 816-444-2300.
New golf clubs, a big screen TV to watch the U.S. Open, or maybe even a new golf cart that I've got my eye on.
No matter how you choose to spend the savings, if you're looking to put a dent in your monthly heating and cooling bills, the answer may be right over your head. If your attic isn't insulated properly, you're missing out on a prime opportunity to cut costs. Call the certified energy experts at Star Companies, Inc., 816-353-2160 for a free estimate to learn how they can help you save money. 816-353-2160 or visit starcompanieskc.com.
Do you have retirement dreams about perfecting your swing and spending your time on the green? Or maybe you have a bucket list of golf courses you'd like to travel to. Whatever your financial goals are, Mariner Wealth Advisors is your advocate. We take the same care in understanding where you stand today as we do in understanding where you want to be in the future. Then, we help you set a personalized plan to help you achieve your long-term vision. Contact Mariner Wealth Advisors today to start your financial planning journey. Visit MarinerWealthAdvisors.com to find a location near you.
Mariner Wealth Advisors, otherwise known as MWA, is an SEC registered investment advisor. Registration of an investment advisor does not imply a certain level of skill or training. For additional information about MWA, including fees and services, please contact MWA or refer to the disclosures on our website. Please read the disclosure statement carefully before you invest or send money. This advertisement should not be considered investment advice or a recommendation to buy or sell securities.
Oh, I've heard this song.
Welcome back, Golf Underground ESPN Radio. We're with Kiradech, straight from Thailand. Probably lives in Orlando. I told you about One Night in Bangkok, so I want you to listen into these words. They're fantastic. Okay, ready?
I remember this song.
Do you like the beat? Do you like where it's going?
It's like a country song.
I've never heard of this song.
I've heard this song.
What do you think? That's One Night in Bangkok. That was one of my favorites.
I've heard of that song.
That's too old. That's too old to listen in my generation. Music.
Sully is very old. He is very old.
I mean, you had the synthesizers going. You had the crazy hair. We were watching the video. It was fantastic. Do you realize that song did more for Thai tourism than anything back in the day? Everyone wanted One Night in Bangkok. Of course, you had to come back with 7 days of penicillin, and I think that was the problem.
I want to go to Bangkok. Ronnie, are you going to take me, or is Arm going to take me?
I think we'll just do a group trip together.
Let's do a group trip. Let's go. I'll go over the holidays.
All right. Hey, so we're going to go to the rapid fire. But one question before we go to rapid fire that I'm always curious, especially someone like you, who you mentioned you're a huge fan of Tiger. But I'm always looking for some insight of who are some of the really cool guys on tour where the regular Joes like us might not realize it, right? Folks who you've maybe become friends with, like, that guy is this way, or that guy is this way. Good guy, bad guy.
Everyone was nice on tour. I mean, I got a lot of good impression with like nice guy Billy Hosho, nice guy.
Yeah.
Bubba. One guy I really impressed is Bill Haas.
Yeah. Bill Haas.
Yeah. Bill Haas. I met him in Augusta 2014 on the practice round. I never have chance to play the course. I was so excited. I'm so nervous. Then I walk out practice round with him. He was giving me the advice every single hole. Surprised me. He tell me, "Oh, first time here? Well, yes. You're not supposed to miss left on this hole. You stay right on this hole." He really impressed me. You know, I always thinking I'm nobody when I'm playing the master. I'm nobody. No one's gonna want to spend time with me. But Bill tell me everything in the golf course in Augusta. That's really impressed me. A lot of
is your caddy? I'm sorry. Is your caddy from Thailand also?
Yeah, my caddy from Thailand also. Yeah.
Is he able to communicate with, let's say, Haas's caddies in any way, or so he had to really learn the course over that first week, right? He had the book out, and
he learned everything by his experience. But his English was worse than me.
Your English is amazing.
Thank you, but I'm working so hard. I'm not get because I don't go to school, so I'm not get everything from school. I get everything from my travel and learn it.
And doing things like this. You hear all the slang that Ronnie says.
I've learned a lot from him, actually.
All right, are you ready for the emergency 9 get to know Kiradech Aphibarnrat?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Brought to you by Sheridan's Unforked, Eating Good, Feeling Good. We've talked a lot about the Masters today in Augusta. What's your favorite golf course other than Augusta National that you play on tour?
I would say I love Bay Hill.
Bay Hill. I love it. Okay, the best short game other than your own that you've played with on tour?
Oh, whoa. Phil Mickelson?
Phil Mickelson. Well said. Okay, you're going to go out in one city anywhere in the world and actually kick back a few. Where are you going?
One city. Wow. Vegas?
Vegas? Huh? Nice. Nice.
Are you serious there? Because you're a small town guy. You don't like all the flashy lights and the noise, and although you do get to show off some nice cars.
It depends on who you go with. If I go myself, I will love Vegas. If I have my family with me, I will go somewhere like what's that? Oklahoma?
Oklahoma. Tulsa. All right, the fourth hole here. The best ball striker you've ever seen.
Henrik Stenson.
Nice.
Yeah, I agree with that. Remember we saw him in we saw him at the Dell match play.
Oh yeah.
Remember we walked past him? It sounds pretty good when it comes off the club, doesn't it?
It's compressed.
Flyer, like 5 years ago, me and my caddy have this conversation lots of time. So every par 3, every time Henrik put the tee on, so that means every par 3. He hit inside 10 feet every single time.
Amazing. He can flat out hit the irons. All right,
every single shot dead straight on the top of the flag.
The fifth hole. If you had to steal, or if you were going to hire a caddy that's currently on tour, is there one caddy you're like, you're going to keep your caddy, but is there one caddy that you're very impressed by?
Wow, that's good question, but it's really difficult. I would say.
Do you know Aaron Fleener? He caddies for JT Poston. What about Joe Scoverin, who's on Ricky's bag?
Oh yeah, Joe. Yeah, Joe might be the good one. I want to try. He's really nice guy. He's funny. I have a chance to talk to him a lot of times. He kind of like cool guys.
Well, we were joking a couple months back that, you know, Joe might be available, but after Ricky finished top 5 last week, maybe Joe's going to stay on Ricky's bag for a little while longer. All right, your sixth question. You have to single out one of the 10 cars. I'm going to just estimate which the car that you're going to keep.
What's that again?
One car. You got to keep one car out of your 10.
Oh, my Ferrari.
Ferrari, I love it.
Which one?
The F12.
Don't you have a couple of them?
Just a couple of them.
Okay, you got to single out one of the watches. Which watch is the rest of them are gonna be in a fire. You can grab one.
I would say the Advantage watch, the one I'm wearing right now. There's Kiradech Aphibarnrat limited edition.
You want to show it?
Can you show the viewer?
Oh, look at that.
I do. They got my signature on it. They got my logo on it. I know you can see it.
Look at that thing.
Nice.
It got my logo on the back. Little cartoon on the back.
Ooh.
Arm, how many of those did they make?
9 pieces.
9? Do you have one?
No, we thought about it.
Let's get Ronnie one. We'll get Ronnie one for Christmas.
They're all sold out.
It's gonna run out soon. I think they got like 1 or 2 pieces left.
We have to get it. All right. The eighth. What's the eighth question is what's the price tag on that thing right now? How much?
About 220.
Oh,
220,000.
That's not bad, huh?
All right. Your last question. You can play anywhere in the world. What's your favorite golf course anywhere in the world? We know Bay Hill here in the States. Anywhere in the world, where are you playing?
Oh, except Bay Hill. Carnoustie.
Carnoustie, nice.
Why?
Uh,
Why do you like it?
it's really challenging. You have to stay out of the bunker. Sometimes you really have to hit in the rough because fairway was like 5 yards, 6 yards. It's depends on the wind. The game plans have to be really strong. The mental have to be strong. Off the position, 5. Sometimes you have to try to make 5. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I live it. That's my life.
yeah, it's just challenging.
Amazing. Well, that's all I've got for the Sheridan's Unforked. You did great. You did best. Most of our guests, they want to know the questions beforehand. I'm like, no, Kiradech can wing this thing. That's easy.
You're going to be probably a broadcaster on the Golf Channel. Yeah, you're right. You don't want it to come too early, like Colt. You know, he kind of sucked. He had a great fallback plan. You know, where he used his good looks.
But the good thing, I played with him before. I think a year before he quit. He exactly the same guy when he in the golf course and outside the golf course. That's a good thing for him.
Yeah.
He make everything.
He's a true personality, that's for sure. He can talk.
Exactly.
Yeah, he found his.
All right, Kiradech, we want to thank you so much for joining us, man. This is awesome. And I will tell you this. Every time we have someone join us here in the Golf Underground, they tend to have their best year ever on the golf.
Oh, I wish. I keep my finger crossed.
So
if I have my best year, I promise I'll be there on next to you in the couch.
Yes.
Yep,
Yes.
We put the positive juices on you, and then somehow it happens. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. But, right?
That thing, man.
And hey, we need you to play well because the last 2 times I've gone to Augusta to experience a nice weekend at Augusta with Gary Woodland, guess what happens? He misses the cut. So we're gonna come and cheer you on at Augusta.
I prove it's not all you. It's not you. I prove
That's why I didn't go to the U.S. Open when he won. I stayed back.
All right, well, listen, we'll keep rooting for you, Kiradech. Would you join us after that first victory? Would you come back on the program? You won't become too snobby or too into yourself, will you?
100%.
I love it.
All right. Listen, he's Thailand's version of Harry Higgs.
He's the man.
I love this. Hey, have you met Harry Higgs? Have you met Harry Higgs on tour? A friend of ours.
I believe I met.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a bear. Well, he promised to let us shave his back after his first victory. What can we physically do to you after your first victory?
Oh, you say it.
All right, guys. Hey, make sure you follow Kiradech, Aphibarnrat. He's one of the PGA's fun guys. Look at that smile. Your mother loves it. We love it too. So, hey, make sure you come back next week. Join us. We got more amazing guests, but probably not as good as this one. So, we'll see you next week. Golf Underground, ESPN Radio.
I'm waking up to ash and dust. I wipe my brow and I sweat my rust. I'm breathing in the chemicals.